still go to 2 baby classes. We have a baby music class and a baby gym class, and she still absolutely loves both of those. And so this is where I really see her interacting with other kids, and I see her personality emerging compared to the other kids. You know, at home, I know she's a little bit quiet, but she's rambunctious and wild and crazy too. So I see a lot of that side of her as just the loud and playful side. But when we're out, she is a people watcher. She just observes, and she's standoffish. So like when they're putting toys away after certain things, like there's always shakers in the beginning of music class and the beginning of her gym class, she will run and put them away. But if the other kids are there kind of like piling up, they'll like push and shove and everything, and she stands back. Like she does not want to have anything to do with the pushing and shoving. She's very, very aware of where the other kids are in relation to her, and she does stand back. She is, you know, she is very reserved. She doesn't talk a lot when we're out. She doesn't talk a lot to other people when we're out. She has gotten to the point now where she'll say hi and bye to people sometimes, but not always. And so it's been really interesting to see. There's a few, you know, more shy, more timid children. They're more observant, and they just kind of watch everything. And it's funny because I'm like that too. Like I'm not a very outgoing or loud person, and so I just kind of listen when people are talking. And Johnny's totally like that too. Johnny is just not a people person, not very outgoing, and so she really has that personality, and it's been interesting to see it develop with her. What? Did you spill it?
Yeah.
You need help? What do you say?
Help me.
I will help you. Can you say please?
Please.
And something else I've noticed, she is always one of the first children to follow the instructions from the teacher in both classes. So if they say, you know, it's time to do something, or in the gym class, they direct the children to do different things like jumping, rolling, all the things. She is doing it. When they say, okay, it's time to hop, she starts hopping, she follows the instructions. And a lot of times we start the gym class with some sort of thing that they interact with the teacher. And she's one of the first ones that'll actually do it. Sometimes the only one who will actually do it. Like this last week, they were supposed to spin in a circle with the teacher, so holding hands, and they both spin around 3 times together. She was the only kid who did it. A lot of the kids wouldn't even do it with their parent, and she did. And so she definitely listens really well. There are times, of course, she doesn't listen, and we have to talk about putting on listening ears. But for the most part, she really, you know, listens. She follows directions. She is aware of things going on. And so I feel like on that level, I feel like she's incredibly intelligent, and her father is really, really smart. He's an engineer. He always excelled on any kind of standardized testing. He was just, you know, off the charts for things. And I feel like she's going to be the same way. She's just incredibly intelligent. She knew the alphabet really quickly without being taught. Didn't have flashcards. She just started pointing to them. And so she knew, you know, knew they were letters, knew they were words, and early on she picked up on that. And so I see it in her. I see that she's incredibly intelligent. When she wasn't really talking all that much, I could still, just by her mannerisms, just how she interacted with us, how she gestured for things, how she used her baby sign language, she was still communicating perfectly. She definitely, even when I put the camera on her, sometimes she kind of gets quiet. And so you guys don't see always, you know, how talkative she is and stuff. So it's very interesting to see how she changes around a lot more people, how she changes when she's on camera some of the time. I think the videos where I'm talking to the camera, she really just comes out of her shell, and she can do the things in the background, and you'll see. So she knows 2 songs, and she knows the gestures to a lot of songs. Here she's singing. Yeah, her daddy sang that to her like twice, and now she sings it all the time. Yeah, I like singing it too. Yeah, you need a new diaper. So she knows the gestures for a lot of songs, so we'll sing a lot of songs in her music class. They come with different motions and stuff, and so she'll do those when she wants me to sing a certain song, which is really cute. You're gonna sing Oompa Loompa? and like me trying to get her to say words. Sometimes she'll say them, sometimes she won't say them. So like I'll try to film her saying things and she'll just flat out refuse. So for screen time, we started letting her watch some things. She does have a Kindle, so she plays on that. And I upgraded her time when she turned 2 to 45 minutes a day. Sometimes she uses it, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she doesn't even touch it all day long, and sometimes she uses all 45 minutes like as soon as she wakes up, basically. Oh, you found my paper clips? Cool. Did they get stuck? Yeah. So our first experience with TV, for some reason, you want your Kindle?
Yeah.
It's on Mommy's desk. Can you go get it? Go get it off Mommy's desk and I'll give it to you. So our first like bit of TV experience were kind of failed. She was really sick with a high fever when she was a teeny tiny baby, and we tried to watch Jungle Book and she wouldn't even sit still for any amount of Jungle Book, even when she was super duper sick. And so for some reason I wanted to watch What Does the Fox Say and introduce it to her. She loved it. Sometime this fall, she was way past 18 months. She was maybe like 19 or 20 months. We introduced What Does the Fox Say? I guess it had to be around Christmas. And she loved it. So we would watch it twice in the morning, twice in the evening. And she would ask for it like all the time. She would say hee-haw for What Does the Fox Say? And we would dance to it, and she loves that. I tried to get her to watch other music videos, wasn't having it. I tried to let her watch other like, you know, animal documentary type things that I found on YouTube. Wasn't interested at all. I think in January, maybe February, kind of close to her birthday, we introduced The Busy World of Richard Scarry. And so we watched the first episode of season 1 of that. It's like a 20-minute episode. And she sat still for the first little segment of it, which is 9 minutes long, and she wanted to watch it again, and she would try to get us to watch it again, the whole second segment. She wanted to watch that first little segment again, which is the 9-minute long thing. And ever since, that's like the only TV she watches, is we've watched the same 9-minute segment of The Busy World of Richard Scarry. It's called The Talking Bread, and she knows like everything that's happening in this episode. She kind of walks through the stuff, and if she and so like the bread starts saying mama because there's a baby doll inside the bread, and so we'll kind of talk about the story. And even during the day she'll say haunted and say bread, and I say what does the bread say, and she'll say mama, and then she'll say baby because the baby doll's inside the bread. So she's like telling the story again and again. And we haven't watched it in quite a while. She kind of got over it for a while. It's like it comes and goes. So some days we'll watch that 2 or 3 times, and some days we won't even turn on the TV. So that's as far as we've gotten with TV. While my mom was here for her birthday, my mom tried to get her to watch The Little Mermaid, wasn't having it. Tried to get her to watch Finding Nemo, wasn't having it. And then I bought Moana when it first came out, just like a week or 2 ago. I didn't even want to attempt watching it. I just knew at some point maybe she'd want to watch it, so I went ahead and bought it while it was on sale, and she saw it sitting on the counter and she asked to watch it. So we watched it, and maybe 5 minutes she watched, and then she was done. She ran away into the other room. It's just not something that we do. She does love the Kindle, which she's playing with right now, and I feel like she's learning a lot on there. They're just educational games they've put on there, but the TV is just basically a no-go at this point. I would like her to like it at some point, but it's not something that I want to like force on her. It's not something that we offer to her. It's something if she asks for it, we do. As far as like, you know, the Toddler 2 stuff, we do have tantrums. They are few and far between. I think part of it is just her personality. She's pretty tough. She really understands the things I'm saying, so we can kind of talk things through when she gets upset about something before it gets to that tantrum level. That's not to say we don't have tantrums. She still has plenty of those. She can point to pretty much any body part, which goes back to the nipple thing. She found her nipples, and so I told her what they were, and now she knows the word nipple. You know, when she first took off walking, she was one of the slower babies to start walking. She was about 14 months, and when she started taking off walking, she was just rock solid. I've never had that stumbling phase where you have to kind of hover over them. She was just like walking, and then like a couple days later she was running, and she doesn't fall a lot still. She has had a couple of big boo-boos here and there. She's definitely tough. If she falls, a lot of times she doesn't even cry. So it's just, you know, again, her personality. She definitely does cry about certain things, like she's got that violet dog. It's sitting on the couch right now. That dog right there, it says something about being sad, and she will almost cry when the dog is sad. So she really picks up on other kids' emotions. So at her baby classes, other kids cry here and there, and when they start crying, she will get really upset and kind of cry with them. If she sees another one of them fall, she kind of gets upset, like she's worried about them, and she'll kind of point to them and wait for me to kind of explain that they're okay. She definitely seems to be very sensitive, very in tune with other people's emotions. She can fake sneeze, cough, snore, and hiccup, which are all really, really cute. A lot of big changes just happened in the last week or two. We got rid of the paci. She's not taking any more naps. We're officially doing quiet time now, which I'll talk about in a second. And we don't use the high chair anymore. So these all just happened all at once. I showed in the vlog, we gave the paci to the baby in her music class, and she is just a rock star. She slept fine that first night and has slept fine ever since. And then 2 days ago, yeah, I guess 2 or 3 days ago, I can't remember, she climbed out of her crib at quiet time. So I put her in her crib. Yeah, you remember falling? You remember? I don't know if I can even see you. Do you remember you fell out of your crib? Yeah, it was painful. And you got a big bump on your head. I don't know if it's still there. You got a little bruise still on your head. So she ended up climbing out of the crib. Like, she could put her whole leg over the rail. She is very tall. And she climbed out. So that evening, as soon as Johnny got home, we converted her crib into a toddler bed. And she's been in the toddler bed now, I think 2 nights. So both nights she fell asleep, no problem. Both days she slept all the way till about 9:30, which is kind of her normal schedule right now, and didn't have a problem. So when she wakes up in the morning, she will play in her room really quietly. We have it 100% child-proofed at this point, so she can play in there. So we've had quiet time still, you know, with the toddler bed. She just stays in her room. I have the door closed and she can't open the door yet. No matter where she is in the room, I can find her with the baby monitor. So that's been really nice. I can still keep an eye on her. So it's been probably a good 2 months or so that she has not taken naps hardly at all. So we just switched to the quiet time where she gets to play. And before it was in her crib, so she'll just stay in there for an hour, hour and a half. And now that she's in her room, it's been going to 2 hours. She's just in the zone playing. But today she came and she knocked on her door like she was done with quiet time. So I got her out at that point. So as far as her schedule, the days that she would take naps, she would not go to bed. It was really late. She was just really having trouble going to sleep the days that she would take a nap, because her nap would just be so late in the afternoon. And so without the nap, she's been really consistently sleeping about 9 to 9, give or take a little bit on either side of that. We've been really, really lucky with her night sleep. Her naps have always been our struggle, but she sleeps solidly through the night, no problem, even with the toddler bed so far. Crossed my fingers for that one. She really is a good listener, and she just follows directions really well, and that's been really surprising because I've nannied, I've babysat, I've worked at a daycare. The other kids just didn't listen as well. So the last thing I had on my list was the no more high chair. I still have her high chair hooked up, you can see right there, but she hasn't really used it in the last week. She just, I was getting dinner ready one night and she just asked to sit in the chair. So we sat her in the chair. She sits in a chair at restaurants. She sits in the booth with us, or she has her own chair. We don't use high chairs or booster seats in restaurants, and that's been working for us for months and months. But at home, she's always sat in her high chair, and she just asked, so we sat her at the table, and she's wanted to sit at the table ever since. And so I've got to get the high chair and put it away, I guess. So there's one thing I forgot to talk about. I'll go ahead and insert this back in. I didn't talk about food at all. You can watch my toddler meals videos and see the kind of things Olivia eats. She has a couple of big faves right now. She loves strawberries and raspberries and blueberries. She also likes beans. She's not a huge meat eater, but she has tried quite a few more meats. She really still likes the deli chicken. She'll do some other deli meats. She likes pepperoni. She likes bacon a lot. She's tried a couple of different kinds of fish, which she's kind of okay with. And she's tried pork chops one time and really liked those too. So I ended up buying more pork chop things that we could cook for her. But overall, she just really likes beans and nuts and things like that. She still won't eat rice, which I hope she'll learn to like one day. What other thing? She really loves olives. She likes cheese. She likes yogurt. Loves apples. Pretty much any kind of fruit she'll eat. A lot of veggies. Just she's not really big on the meat. So as far as the Q&A, I had somebody ask, you know, are we planning on having more children and when? And up until this point, I've always... Too loud. Too loud. Yeah, you sing your song, girly. Up until this point, I've always said, you know, I felt really good about one. I feel like our family's really complete, but a lot of things have changed this year and I have baby fever and we're not in a place that we're ready to, you know, consider having number 2. I do want there to be an age gap if we do decide to have a second child. And if we do decide to have a second one, that will be completely it. And we'll figure out some form of permanent birth control at that point. But I definitely have thought about it a lot more. And so I really started thinking about it after the dogs started passing away, and I really started thinking about it once we moved. And like we found out we were going to move last April, so it's been almost a year since we've known about the move. And at that point I was like, we've got friends, we've got a really good community, we don't need any more children. I feel like she's got plenty of social time, we've got plenty of friends, we have the dogs and her, and I just felt like everything was really complete. And our whole world got changed upside down. We ended up losing 3 dogs last year. Within 6 months, they passed like every other month for 6 months. And so now we have 1 dog, 1 child, and the house feels empty. And I don't have that sense of completeness. And it's been hard. And I don't know, I'm still kind of processing my feelings on the whole thing. I don't know if it's truly I want that second child because I really, in my heart of hearts, want that second child, or if I'm just a little bit lonely because we're missing the dogs. I'm a little bit lonely because we're in a new place. So I'm really working on figuring out my feelings. So Johnny has always said he wanted 1 child, but he always said we could have 2 children, and that was like his max is 2. And so it's really more my decision. I have to really decide if we're gonna go there. And so that's what I'm kind of working on. So I'm really open to the possibility now. I'm not saying yes yet because I do want them to be a little bit more apart. Right now they'd be about 3 years apart. If we like tried to conceive and got pregnant like immediately, they'd be about 3 years apart. And I'd really want more of like a 4 to 5 year age gap. And I know a lot of people have children really close together, and I see the benefits of that. I see how, you know, the kids can be really close developmentally, they can be close in grades, they can be in the same school for a lot of their growing up. But in practice, I just know I don't want to have 2 tiny babies. I want to be able to fully enjoy my time with her and give her my full attention now, although you know, she's running around right now. I'm not really giving her my full attention at the current moment, but I just want to be able to enjoy her whole toddlerhood without being pregnant, without having that added stress. I did not like being pregnant, so I'm still kind of getting over the idea of having to go through all of that again. I want her to be at a developmental level where she can understand what's going on, understand that the new baby's coming, be the big sister, be the big helper. As much as I've been thinking about it and considering it, we're just not there yet. So as of right now, maybe we'll have another one, maybe not. I'm still totally okay with just having 1 at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know exactly where I am at this point. Anyway, Daddy just walked in the door, so I'm gonna cut this video off. We'll say hi to Daddy. I'm gonna cut this video off. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. You sit with Mama for a minute? Yeah, Mama's gonna have to lower the camera down because I can't see you. Let's go this way. Wind it down. We can see Olivia. Can you sit in Mama's lap so I can see you? There we go. Do you see yourself? You're right there. You want to sit down there?
No.
You want to stand up so I can see you? No? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna tilt it down just to see you for just a second. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Get back. Here, stand back here and I'll turn it so that you can see. If you stand up, then you can see really good. You see yourself? There you are. Don't get too close. Don't get too close. Yeah. That's you. Yeah, you're eating. Stand back, baby. It's a little too close. Yeah, ice cream. Yeah, they stirred the ice cream. And then we ate it. What was on top of our ice cream? Well, you know what those are? Sprinkles. Yeah, they're yummy.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.